my channel Hindi with Suchi. Welcome to another day of learning Hindi. Now we are going to continue with the script class, and today we are going to do some compound letters. And once we do this, you will be able to read and write all of Hindi, believe me. So are you ready? Now let us have some compound letters. And what do I mean by that? We combine two letters, two consonants, and this you say them together. But there are four characters which look very different, and this also happens to be the part of the traditional Indian consonant script. So you always find these four letters included in the consonants list. Now let us look at them, but these are compound letters, meaning they are combination of two consonants. Now let's see the first one. The first one, yes, it looks very beautiful, isn't it? So you draw the stem line, a loop above and a loop below at the top line. And this gives me the character ksha, ksha, because this is the combination of k and sh. So these two characters give me ksha. So how do you pronounce them? You pronounce them like this. Ksha, ksha. Repeat. Ksha. So both of them together, ksha. Now the next one, it looks like just the K in the reverse order, but this is the combination of T and R. So, tra, tra, tra. Dental T with R together. One letter, one compound letter, one syllable, one sound. Tra, tra. Now the next one. So this is a combination of J and the fifth letter, the fifth N of the same Ch group. Ch, ch, j, jh, ñ. So this and J, these together give me Ñ, Ñ. Now the transliteration would be Ñ. And in Hindi, because the traditional Ñ is tough to pronounce, most of the North Indians and even in South India have started pronouncing it as Gya. But this is not Gya. Gya can be acceptable nowadays because the grammar textbooks have started using the Gya sound and accepted. It is being accepted, but the traditional sound is like Ñ, Ñ. So you kind of J and the Ñ together, it gives you Ñ. And this one is Shra. So when I draw this line means it is a pure consonant with no vowel at all. So this consonant depends on the next consonant. So here also the sh with r, which means sh, r and the in this. Together I get shra, shra. So that's the pronunciation here, as in Shri, Shriman, Shrimati, which is like Mrs. and Mr. in Hindi. Jna for Jnaan. We will have words later, but for now I want you to just concentrate on the letters. So this is Ch, Tra, Jna, Shra. Let us say again, Ch, Tra, Jna, Shra. Now let us have some words with them. Now I have ksha, ma with a matra. So kshama, kshama. Kshama means forgiveness. To forgive, kshama karna, forgiveness, kshama. Kshatriya. Now I also have the tra in this. Ksha, tra with e matra, tri and ya. Kshatriya. Kshatriya. Kshatriya is the warrior caste. The warrior caste is called Kshatriya. Now I have again the tra with e matra, ka with o matra and the retroflex n. So na. Your tongue is inside. Trikona. Trikona. Trikon means a triangle. Trikon is triangle. Now I have the gnya with a matra and na. So gyan. Gyan. Gyan is knowledge. Now let us also have one more word which is Vignan. Vignan is science. Science is called Vignan. Now let's have the letter Shra and have Shriman. Shriman. Shra with E matra, Shri, Ma with A matra and Na. Shriman, it's like the word Mr. Shriman. And just Shri. Shri is a respect word just like the word G, but G is used after the name. This one is used before the name, but Shri is used for really great achievers who have really contributed to the world in a great deal. Only then you use Shri, as in when you're talking about the avatars of God, Shri Ram, Shri Krishna. So you use Shri before their names because they have given so much of knowledge to everyone. Or you use Shri when you are inviting politicians or great authors, poets who have contributed a great deal to the society. Only then, to respect them, we use the word Shri before their names. Remember that. Otherwise, no Shri. Now let us have some compound letters. Compound letters using the same letter twice. They join. So you can see I am using the same letter which are joined and I am writing them without the stem and joining them to the same letter in the second time. So let us see how to do that. Bacha. Now what do I have here? I have the cha without the stem line and I am joining it to another cha, and here I have the letter cha. Cha. Bacha. Bacha. Now how is it different from bacha? Now if I don't have the compound letter, then I have another word which is bacha. Bacha. But this one, because it is the cha compound letter joining two times, so it is bacha, 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 bacha. Did you get the difference? So this one is bacha, a compound letter. So this one means a child. A child, masculine. Child, masculine. And now I have ganna. Ganna. So ganna, the na, you'll find some textbooks where the na is joined like this. So you can either do this or this, you have a choice in Hindi. So I prefer writing it like this. So ganna, you can join it like this also, which means sugar cane. Ganna is sugar cane. Now I have laddu. So what did I do? Because some letters are hard to cut them into half and you just can't cut them and write them. So what do you do for retroflex letters and letters like her? You just write them with the line here, this halant line. This halant line indicates that is a pure consonant with no vowel sound, which means you have to join it to the next one to say them. So here I have la, and this d depends on the next one because of this line. So do. Laddu. Laddu. Laddu is a sweet. It's a sweet which means which is usually round in shape. A round shaped, circular shaped sweet made usually with lentils is called laddu. Now again, if you want to write laddu, the traditional way of writing it can also be like this. Laddu can also be written like this, where d and d are joining one below the other, and then you have the u matra there. This is old form of writing, not used anymore, but laddu is mostly written with this line here, but you'll find some textbooks with this also. Now I have the th and the th joining. When you are joining th and th, it somehow makes it look like l. So what do? You write the th, and when you want to join another th, just leave a slight gap. Leave a slight gap there so that you know that it is the th joining twice. Now this is again the modern spelling, but if the old spelling is to just have the th with a small line, and this line indicates that it's the double T. So kutta, old spelling is this, and this is the new spelling. Kutta, kutta, and this is kutta. Now I have the the. So this is gadda. Gadda is a mattress. It can be a throne in that sense also, but usually we take it as a mattress. So gadda, gadda. Now again, old spelling used to be this. The and the, you will find some textbooks with the old spelling where if you find a strange character looking like this, then it indicates that this is the double, gadda, the. Okay? So kutta means a dog and gadda is like a mattress. Gadda is a mattress. Kutta, a dog. Laddu, it's an Indian sweet which is usually round. Ganna is sugarcane and bachcha is a child. Now let us proceed and have some more words with compound letters. I have an. An. This n can again be joined like I said, like this, one below the other. But an means food. It is a Sanskrit Hindi word. You find this word as food only in advanced Hindi, in literature, but this is not a conversation word. And next one, I have an English word that our children have started using a lot in Hindi, and we also have Hindi rhymes using the word mummy, which is for mom. So if you want to write mummy in Hindi, then we have the double M here, mummy. And then I have billy, billy. It is again the double L. Again, there is again one more way of doing it. The old way of doing it is one below the other, but you can just write L without the stem and join it to the next L. And this is billy. You can do it like this also. You have a choice there. And billy means a cat. Billy is a cat. And then I have one Urdu Hindi word, awal. Awal. Here again I have the verb without the stem joining another verb. So awal. Awal is like number one, the winner in that sense. It's like the topper, awal, topper, winner in that sense. Or number one, in that sense we use awal. Then we have, I think most of the people would know this drink. It is lassi, usually made of curd or yogurt. So lassi, lassi. Again I have the sa without the stem joining another sa with iki matra, lassi. Lassi is just lassi. It is a sweet drink made of yogurt. So I hope this class helps you, and this is how you can start doing joining the compound letters and you can try to read them. Use the pause button like an, mummy, billy, awal, lassi. If you like my channel, please subscribe and click the like button. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please post them. Thank you.